Welcome in, everyone. I'm Tekila with Smokefest, and we're coming up on our third show this Saturday, August 19th. Joining me tonight is the artist closing for show 3, Novel Hooly. Novel, welcome in.
Yeah, it's your boy Hooly. What's the vibes? You hear me? Just so y'all know, before the interview, me and Tekila was taking shots and all that. Tekila wilds out, man. She's different. So don't be fooled, you hear me?
Hopefully we'll get through this interview. I don't know, I might end up on the floor. He might have to take over, and we'll see how this goes. How are you doing?
Yo, I'm coolin', I'm chilling. I'm with my homie, me and Tekila, talking like regular. This ain't even an interview. This is us just chopping it up, you hear me?
Yo, how would you describe yourself as an artist off the bat?
Like I said, I like to draw around the lines. I like to do things different. You know, when you think I'm going this way, I might go that way. That's just me. You know, I like music. I'm very versatile. I like to have fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, yeah?
Yes, and so I know a little bit about you. You are a real life artist, and so just going based on that, how did you get to performing in Second Life, and what made you want to do that?
So I remember back in the days, you know, I gotta shout out Sunny Bunny B. Love you, sis. She was with me when I was like, when I tell you my performance, I ain't gonna say it was trash, my setup was trash. But it was cool, and she rocked out with me. So this was like 9 years ago. Maybe further than that. You know what I mean? So I was performing for a while back in the days. And then, over time, just, stepped it up. And, yeah.
How long have you been doing music in real life?
I don't want to give my age away, but about, I don't know, 25 years, 30 years. Like in real life, your boy get busy, you know what I mean? Like the same energy. So I just apply that to SL. I look at the SL performances to me like practice. You know what I mean? Like I'm vocally, my projection, I'm practicing all that on SL. So that's how I look at SL. Like, it's just fun, you know?
For those who may not know, you basically run an entire side of the grid called Hoolyville. So what is Hoolyville, and what do you think has led to its large popularity in the Second Life community?
So Hoolyville originally is like a real life label from like 20 years ago. Me and my real life boys, we originally was the Hooligans. But you know how people abbreviate your name. If your name is long, they're going to cut it. So instead of Hooligans, people were like, yo, Hooly. So we said, yo, we going to just change it to Hooly. You know what I mean? And that's how that came about. And then with SL, we just brought it to SL. Me and my baby Maybe, long live my baby. You know what I'm saying? She passed away in December. If you know, you know. But, when we came back during COVID, we brought back Hooly. Then the family locked in, the tribe built up. Shout out my sister Asia, shout out my family, baby Annie. My kiddos, you know what I'm saying? They all on the label. I don't want to miss no name. Shout out Dom. There's so many people I would have to shout out. But Shaba do Productions, but like a lot of, it's just genuinely just built around that. You know what I mean? Maybe it was DJing heavy. She does graphics. I was big on more of my performance, as well as, I had a history in building community sims. So the Hooly thing was just, I don't know, I always unraveled it in everything. Hooly this, Hooly that, Hooly whatever. You know what I mean? Like Hooly, whatever you want to Hooly out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just Hooly out, yeah.
So I'd like to talk a little bit more about Maybe, and you have her on your chain right now. And what would you like the world to know about May and her impact that she's had?
It's nothing I really can say that can even really explain all the sides and the layers of who Maybe was. All I can say is long live Queen May. That's my heart. If you know her, you know she was just amazing. That's my heartbeat. That's my best friend. She just when I tell you this girl could do it all, super talented. Like that's really like, that's just like everything. It's the words can't even express what I would want to say right now, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like words couldn't even. Just love you, baby. I miss you, baby. I know you. I know you here with me, and you will want to see me just going hard. That's the best thing I can say. Cause there's nothing I can say that's going to add up to what I would. That's just everything. And if you know, you know.
Right. And you guys together built a lot of what Hooly is today, including your Hooly Records, like you had mentioned, and you would have Hoolymations.
Facts, facts.
You talked a little bit about Hooly Records, so again, how long ago did that start, and how do artists go about being signed to Hooly Records?
It started from real life. Then we brought it to SL. I want to say we had met my son Knox, and he's a rapper, battle rapper, amazing talent. After Knox was Dolce, my daughter, R&B singer. She could rap too, fire. And then we had Bama, and we had a few other artists that came. You know how SL is, people come and go. Then we had MJ, who has been going crazy on the group. Perk 30, my G-son. And then those are the artists, you know, that's been consistent. And then you got Asia Baby, my sister, that's Hooly Hype Squad. I'm a Shabadoo Productions, Risque the Body, my niece Annie, my baby girl Indy Rare, Golds, my niece Dom. If I'm missing anybody, pardon me, you know. But like I said, it's so many people and family, and it's so many people, it's so much history I got on here that, you know, it's just so hard to speak on, you know, where it started or when it started, you know. And but it just, I don't know, it just naturally just came about. It wasn't a thing where we were trying to sign artists or looking for artists. Not at all. It was just things was building and things just was falling in place. That's the best way I could say it, brick by brick.
Yeah. So what motivates you most about wanting to keep pushing with these endeavors in SL?
I'm just a creative, and I learned early that my passion was to inspire people. Because when I would do things, I seen, like, it might not have been the best thing I did, but when I did things, I seen how people would want to do that. You know what I mean? It could be the weirdest. It's like seeing somebody do a weird jump shot, and then everybody want to try to do your jump shot, and you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my jump shot ain't the best jump shot, but I just was always, and I think it comes from my real life situation. You know what I mean? Like, I have a real serious, like, past trauma I deal with. You know, so I think I've always been a leader. I've always been very creative minded because of things I've went through in real life that, you know, and you know, trauma sometimes, or things you go through, I don't know, you know, it can make you, you know, I'm very empathetic when it comes to people. Like, I'm very intuitive, you know, and I don't know, you know, I just feel like I always seem to inspire people in real life, SL, you name it. Like, you know, if I do something and I see other, you know, and it's not bad, I love it, you know, and I'm inspired by what I see, you know. So I would say just being inspired, you know, being inspired, I'm very imaginative, if that makes sense.
And one other ways you express that is with Hoolymations, which is you create a lot of dance animations and animations for artists to use for their performances. And we're actually going to launch a dance challenge in honor of all Hoolyville. And it's called the Hoochie Daddy Challenge.
Yes, sir.
And for people who don't know what is Hoochie Daddy, can you please explain what that's all about?
So that's like a dance. You know what's crazy, Tekila? That was like the first dance that we like. So when we did the animation thing, we was doing poses, right? So we knew, I was trying to get better. I was scaling up. Like, yo, I ain't ready to do an animation yet. You know, we was doing the poses, and I said, yo, when I do the first animation, it gotta be something trendy. So I want to say last year, the Hoochie Daddy, it was like Hoochie Daddy season, and I'm goofy, I'm silly. Like, I'll jump out the window, and the people know with music, like, don't get it twisted. I feel like I'm mad nice. But besides that, like, I like to play around. Like, I could jump out the window with something silly. And I say, I think this would be dope. The Hoochie, they got the Hoochie Daddy shorts. Every girl's talking about it. I say, this would be fun for the first animation. Meg's like, you think? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I can do it. So then I just came up with the little silly dance. You know what I mean? Came up with the song. And I said, this is going to be fire. And that was the first, like, movement animation ever released. And that's probably one of the our top sellers. You know what I mean? Like, some homies that know me, they know, like, yo, this dude can spit. Like, cause I'm not spitting, I'm not rapping, but it's just a fun vibe. And it did really well like a year ago. And I want to say, I'm so happy that, over time, it's like, yo, like, even when you see it and, it's fun. And that's the energy I wanted from it. And I feel like anything you do, you don't see the results right there. You know, it might take 6 months to a year, and then look, we back doing the challenge again. Like, that's fucking lit to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like a nigga the GOAT, you heard?
And so we're going to be having the Hoochie Daddy Challenge all week long, and we're giving away some top prizes to 3 winners. So be sure to look out for that. You can come here to Smokefest, go to Hoolymations booth, and they have it there. Tell us a little bit more about your new release you're having here at Smokefest, the Crowd HUD. What's that about?
The Crowd HUD is like something like, so this is my first interactive, like, animation type of product, I guess, if you want to call it. It has like anything, you know, I don't know, concert related. Put the ones in the air, thumbs up, thumbs down. It has a few things in it. A few winners, you might get the HUD, but it's gonna be a fun HUD. So if you go to any party or whatever, it just has a lot of cool things you normally use when you at an event, pretty much, you know. So it's like a cool Crowd HUD.
I have another question for you here. What has it been like getting ready for your debut performance at Smokefest?
I have a large catalog. Like, a lot of the songs I would say 80% of the songs I performed on here I have not released. So it's like I have a lot of music I work on. So for this one, I got a lot of fun, friendly songs. Like, it's like a fun, cool vibe. It's gonna be turn up vibe. It's gonna be a ride. Like, it's like any show you go to a Hooly show. It's not gonna be just the same thing. I'm trying to take you on them ups and them downs, And if you can rock out with me and give me that energy, you gonna get the best out of me, because I perform live. You know what I mean? Like, I take my leads off my tracks. I'm not out here with the song playing, you know, and it's nothing against it. I'm just saying that I built my studio up, set up to where I can, you know, I want to feel the energy and feel the vibe. So whatever you give me, I'm gonna give you. You know, that's how I always move.
Yes. I'm just so excited to have you at Smokefest. And I'm excited for people to experience your show and your artistry. And I know you guys are going big. You're the closer. So you want to make sure you are sticking around for the end of show 3 to catch Novel here. So Novel, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Tekila. And I just want y'all to know, this show gonna be raw. You know, it's gonna have a little, all them elements, raw, raunchy. You know what I mean? This ain't gonna be PG-13. It's gonna be a lot of, you know, it's gonna be explicit, but we want to turn up for y'all and show y'all, you know, I want to show y'all a little bit of where I come from, my cloth, and have fun with y'all. And if you give me the energy, y'all pull up, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna already be crowded and crazy, but make sure I get here early. Show love to everybody that's been performing. I've been enjoying Smokefest. You know the vibes, man. H is up, you heard?
Yep. So to catch up with Novel and everything Smokefest, be sure to follow, like, and subscribe on all of our socials, and we'll see you here for show 3.